the biggest kind of issue we had was mainly setup. Now, you were kind of in the right ballpark in terms of ball back in the stance, hands forward and moving your feet around, but the way you did that was a lot more unconventional, really. I mean, where you stand before, that's kind of where your right leg would have been. So if your left leg stays the same, this ball position now is kind of, line there, is left of centre or near your lead foot. As that back foot gets closer, the ball now is near your back foot. But your hands are still kind of remaining in the middle of your body, whereas your hands remain there, but the hands then sort of put the shaft way back this way. So before, you either had the hands way forward, which de-lofts the club, shoots the ball a bit lower, which again adds power, and creates a steeper angle of attacking the golf ball. On the muddy sort of fairways we're getting now, if you're coming down that steep, dig, you're going to struggle, okay? The other thing you then did on another shot, when the ball was the right spot, your hands sort of back here. So again, out of position, very hard to keep the club going through. You'll tend to encourage more of this scooping, which results in that thin shot, okay? Once I think you were set up with that more, I guess I call it neutral, because everything's just kind of in front of you in that sort of triangle, the length of backswing, that there would be long enough for a 10-yard chip. That's how far back you've gone. Now, in terms of the contact, this is a lovely contact. I mean, using the loft, the golf club nicely, really good shot, really good technique and movement there, keeping that triangle and everything nicely together with your arms and the shoulders.
It's just too far.
It's just too long, exactly. So when you see a golf ball, if you're chipping the ball from down there as you were, and it kind of went 10, 15 foot past, what then people would do is they would keep the same thing there and then just slow things down. When you slow the club down from here back to the golf ball, you're losing control of where it's going to be, hit the ground behind the ball, or you try to flinch. And the way guys try and control the club is they sort of go, hoo, and stop. Go for muscle tension to try and stop the club, and doink, the club stops, the hand stops, and the club whips past, and we thin it. As I said, when I said, okay, here's a 1 yard putt, you got your putter out, or 7 on that, and you just putted it, and you went ding, 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 and the ball went, well, a yard, wasn't it? It was easy. When you got a putting mentality, because you're not trying to lift the ball, you just did this with your arm. The second you start getting this going on, it's like, well, hang on a second, too much power. So it's worth trying that kind of 1 yard chip shot, just so you can control that club. So therefore, you would see, if you can chip your sand on, or your pitching wedge, or any of your clubs, to be fair, you'll chip with 1 or 2 yards, you would then see a shot of this length of that 5 from down the bottom there, 15-yard shot, as 7 times longer or 15 times longer, rather than 1/5 of the full distance and trying to quit on it or try and decelerate it. Okay, so your length of back will always be the biggest, I think, influence on how good the shot's going to be. If it goes back okay, you got a chance. If it goes back too far, you're going to really struggle. All these things you'll do to try and slow the club down, stop the power, results in either duff shots 3 foot in front of you, or just see it later across the back of the green, and you're really going to struggle with that in terms of any sort of chipping. As you said yourself, you prefer in some ways a 50-60 yard shot compared to a 10-yard shot, because you could quasi stand. And again, I think the frustration as well that golfers have of any level, if you hit 2 or 3 good shots onto the green edge there and you're down there, I say 2 on a par 4, you're like, great, and your first one pings over here somewhere, and and then you put it back past the then you miss it. You walk over the 7, I could have kicked it in the hole for 2 or 3. So if we can, anywhere around the green, for me, any students I'm teaching that, I say if we can get up and down in 3 shots max from 30 yards and in. If you said every time you play golf now, you measured how many shots it took you from any time you're 30 yards and on any hole, if it's no more than 3, your scores would fall through the roof. Oh yeah, exactly, be fine for the floorboards, because you're possibly averaging, 4, 4.5 to 5 maybe around the green. So if that's, you do that 10 times, that's 20 shots. If it's 5, if you get to 5 to 3, 2 shots per time, 10 times, it's 20 shots. So it's such a quick and easy way to get that handicap down. I had a lesson with a guy once who he said, I'm going to slice him a driver. I can't have a driver. And he sliced his driver 100 yards down the fairway. Didn't go very far. He was in play. And he sliced his second shot just sort of by the green end. And then takes 6 shots to get the one hole. I said, your driver's not your problem, mate. You've got yourself kind of to the green. Okay, you're making maybe 3 shots, not 2. But you're kind of in the ballpark figure. You're just taking 7 or 6 from 30 yards. If we can make that to 4, that's a massive change. So people sometimes look at where their struggles are in terms of, I sliced the driver. Okay, does that really affect your score? Is it ruining your scorecard? And sometimes it can be, but sometimes it could be, okay, you're short game where it's going. So improving 30, 40 yards, and in which, to be honest with a lot of people, it's not an exciting part of the game. We know that it's more fun to smash a driver under 50 yards or 200 yards or whatever on the range, 300 yards.
It's the what helps you exactly. Like you say, he's getting.
If next time, next time we'll actually go on the golf course and we'll play a couple of holes and we'll see how on the course, in some ways, just club choices. You kind of had a pretty good idea. You said, I take the 7, I just bump it, but you felt it was the wrong club. in reality it's the right club. Don't feel like that's being negative. The only reason on TV you don't see the guys or the professionals hitting that sort of shot is because it's not fun to watch for TV. Unless they hole it, they're not going to show it. The guys they show on TV, the guys who are winning tournaments, therefore hitting greens and not chipping, and the guys back in the pack who play a flamboyant chip shot over a bunker and hole it. So everything, all the pros at sand on it, they just lob it all the time. Well, they're not going to say, we're just going to go to hole 12 and watch Adam Scott chip a 7-iron from 40 yards to 2 foot. Boring, isn't it? You want to see a guy bomb it 300 yards or hook one round the tree or do something fun. So the highlights aren't going to be chip and runs with a 7-iron. Unless you go to a tournament and watch the guys do it, you're not going to see it. So all you think then guys just hit their sand irons and lob wedges and play these fancy shots because they're the fun ones to watch the TV. So choose the right club. And I would say certainly practice that 1 yard chip. If you can control that club at 1 yard, then a 12-yard shot isn't going to seem such a negative take-off yard. It's okay, well, I've just been 6-7 times harder. So, okay, makes sense to me.